Hello. So this is video 99. Who knew? We're getting there. Definitely getting there. I might do episode 100 tomorrow, if I feel like it. But yeah, man, we're definitely getting there. And I'm going to jump straight in with one of my purchases from Birmingham Comic Con last weekend. And that is Transformers Prime, Voyager, Power Riser, Robots in Disguise, whatever it is they decide to call it, Ultra Magnus. Eagle-eyed viewers, people who didn't watch my whole video, will notice that this is missing the little missile. I don't care. I got this second hand from In Demand Toys. Again, if they want to sponsor me. I'm not, it's a gag, it's a running gag. I'm not actually begging for money. That's unbecoming. Money? Fucking I'm not asking for sponsorship. I almost swore then. I'm not sure if that came up on camera. Whoopsie. It's been a long day, children. Sorry. But yes, anyway, this figure. I wanted this figure from the first time I saw it, because for one of the very few times, Magnus is not just a Prime remold. You know? I mean, when was the last time he had his own proper standalone figure and standalone character? Animated? Where he was, Commander-in-Chief and Prime was some little, captain who worked for him? That's the only, when else? I mean, even G1, he was just Prime in a suit of armour. That's the whole premise. He's a sissy version of Optimus Prime who has to wear a suit of armour. This series, when he actually turned up, because they brought this figure out, and then brought him out in the series. In the series, he's a remold of Prime. So, they missed a trick with this figure. They missed a trick, because this would have been awesome. Just, it would have done. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure what he is. I don't. Is he some kind of fire engine? Is he some kind of missile scud launcher? I don't know what he is. I think that's probably why they didn't use this in the end, because I don't know what he is. He's got this big, slightly leaning forward box cab with gubbins inside it. Big front on it and sides, and then there's these things which are moulded to look like they can be lifted up and down, and there's one in each side, so you can fold two out if you want, but as I've only got this, I haven't got the missile, there's not much point. But, pardon me, I'm burpy tonight, sorry. Apparently they're weird angles on this, and these blue handles on the weapon here, apparently you're supposed to try and fit them like that in both of them. And that's supposed to be how you store it. But I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that successfully, because they don't actually line up. Which is why I've just turned it over and gone, you know what, it's fine, it can go there. Because I'm not that petty. We'll take this off and we'll just have another look at him. Again, there's two of these, they can fold around all over the place. Whatever. I'll have a look at that in a minute. He's a brick. And he looks, you know what, I'll throw this back on for a second. He looks nothing like the Voyager, Power Riser, whatever, same thing, Optimus Prime from that series. He looks nothing like him. They're probably both technically in scale, but he looks nothing like him. Whereas the one they end up using is just a remold of this. So they had his own identity, his own figure, and then they just remolded this because everyone likes Prime. That's not even a particularly good figure, I'll be honest with you, it's not. That's one where the first edition probably was better. Again, never touched it, never seen it. I'm poor. These are things I'm never going to have. But this guy. Transformation. Let's just pop this off. And I'm going to bring the camera up slightly, because I think things are going to get tall very quickly. Okay. Yeah. What I'm going to do is try and pop these side parts out. I just underneath there and make sure it's loose at the top. Okay. And this side. And loose. Okay. 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 And then you might as well just pull the legs out, because the hips are up here and you just straighten them out a bit. You can split them, fold that inside. See, there's another one. You can fold it out. Let you have two. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Toe up, and a bit, because again, second hand, no instructions. A bit I completely forgot happened is you actually untab this from there, fold it towards the back, and then you just hold it onto the back of the leg, and then it wraps around and tabs onto that little tab there. And there you go. And it bulks out, rounds out his leg a little bit, gives a bit more ankle style design. That doesn't look bad, but that looks better. So, well done there. So, tab that, rotate it, fold it around, and tab it in. And then, whoa, up a bit more. Then we get this. This is where it gets a little bit fiddly, because what you gotta do is kind of untab all this front bit, which it doesn't really want to do. And have I found an easier way of doing it like that? I might have done. And you gotta try and wiggle these pieces from underneath the big tabs from the window there. See there? There you go. Tab it out. I'll also fold this piece up onto the back while we're out of the way. This side as well. Get them from underneath. There you go. And then you just wriggle this back cab section down a little bit. It's on like a double hinge, just bring it down a little bit. And then you bring these pieces out to the side, rotate the shoulder pad pieces forward, pardon me, fold out the hands, fold these panels up and close up, gives them a nice solid forearm. And say on this side, fold through, fold up, and there you go. And there is Ultra Magnus in his robot mode. And that hip, was just irritating me slightly. And he looks really good. I mean, he doesn't just look like Prime. He looks like he's got his own character. He's big, he's stocky. He's got these extra little exhaust things on the shoulders for no good reason. He looks awesome. Look at this. He's got his own design, he's got his own style, he's got his own motif. There's not a lot of kibble, really. I mean, there's this on the back, but does that count as kibble? I don't know. I mean, the shoulder panels are horribly hollow. But who cares? I mean, really, who cares? Look at him. He's awesome. I mean, there's kind of ratchet in there and clicking ratchets in the knee. There's a waist swivel. He's awesome. I mean, look at how styled I know the waist isn't the most interesting part of any figure, but just look how smooth and styled all this is. So I'm just trying to get that extra fleck of red, if you can pick that up. I'm just trying to get that off, but it's just, I don't know, man. There's been some love gone into this design. Someone obviously thought this was going to be, the next figure they were going to use, and then it really wasn't. I have tightened up the shoulders. When I got this, they were loose as anything, but it's second hand. you know. And I've done that the classic way of, as you can see here, I popped it off, covered the ball joint in super glue. This is a little bit excess because I was doing it when I was very, very tired. But now they are quite tight. And yeah, they're quite tight. This is a little bit loose, but I might just put a bit of floor polish in there and tighten it up a little bit. It's not a big deal. But look at the head sculpt as well. I mean, considering how wedged this is, you can actually get a fair bit of articulation out of it. You know, considering how wedged it in with this collar, it's still good. And look at that face. He's got the little green eyes in there, the slightly, disgruntled frown of someone who's never going to be as popular as Prime, so he's just going to kick someone's teeth in. He's got this awesome presence and style of feel about him. And then you put this in his hand, which as far as ridiculous, almost, Transformers, Dark of the Moon, mech tech weapons go, this is ridiculous. But, and his wrists are a little bit loose. I'll have to fix that, but still, it's, still good enough figure. Go to his hand. Yeah. You get that, you put the hands up, you make him look like he's holding it. That's what happens when I put him in front of the camera and he suddenly starts being silly. I don't know, it's just... I've had him pose better with this, but for some reason I can't manage to get him to do it now. But yeah. Yeah, the hips are a little bit loose as well. Again, second-hand figure, okay? But the gun looks pretty good. It works. It does kind of work. It's not amazing, but it kind of works. But then you get the alternate mode because he really doesn't want to hold it in front of the camera with the gun for some reason. I don't know why. You get the alternate mode where you slide this bit down and it folds over a hammer. Yeah? Folds over the top and turns it into a hammer. And to lock it in place, there's this little blue piece with a tab sticking out and that slot there. So if you just line it up, tab it into there, and it stays as a hammer. And it's quite cool. It's all even designed to look a bit like a meat tenderizer. And that's the gun barrel. This is an extra handle. So you're not even holding it by that, you're holding it by this. And should have tightened the hips before I did this review. Why are you doing this to me now? You've stood and looked awesome all week, and now you decide to go silly because you're in front of a camera. Don't disappoint me. Come on. He's just there with this massive hammer looking like he's going to hit you. He looks like a wrecker, He looks awesome. And for size comparison in this mode, let's take that off. Because as soon as he's in front of the camera, his hips have decided to go wonky and wobbly, and he's decided to fall over and make him look like I'm talking rubbish, more than usual. I'm just going to store this on his back. Because you can, why not? I like this figure, alright? I'm going to defend it, to the death. But for some reason, now he's in front of the camera, he's just being stupid. Size comparison. Something that hasn't been seen since my first video, I don't think. Transformers Classics, Voyager, Ultra Magnus. Which is a straight repaint of Prime from the same series. And look at him compared to it. Look at it. Which one says Ultra Magnus? And which one says Prime clone? It's more personality, it's a nicer figure. Just look at him. He's nice. Love it. that. There's nothing there, you know what I mean? There's just nothing to write home about. And just because this was what I had to tide over until I could find him, this is the Cyberverse version. Which, to be fair, transforms very, very similar. Apart from a bit of leg twisty goodness. But he transforms pretty much the same as him, and he's got the same kind of hefty bulk. He still looks awesome. So I like this guy. Don't like that guy. This one isn't particularly good. He's cute for what he is. But look at him. Even the blue is this beautiful kind of... What kind of figure have I seen this blue on? I don't know. G1 Skids? I don't know. It's really beautiful blue. It's not hotspot blue. It's darker than that. But it's not like Trax blue or, you know. Oh, it's just this... I don't know, it's almost just his own blue, you know? It's like his own thing. And that's what this guy, he's his own thing. He's this version of Ultra Magnus who's just walked in and said, you know what? I'm not being like that guy. I'm going to be my own thing. I'm going to be Ultra Magnus, but I'm going to be my own Ultra Magnus. And then they didn't use him. They just remolded him in blue and white and slightly different shoulders. And used that for the series. Because cop out, why not? Anyway, this is episode 99. Episode 100, again, I might do tomorrow. Don't know. I had a subscriber last couple of days. Was it the Gaming Goji? I think that's how you pronounce it. Goji. He seems to be a bit of a nipper, and he's thrown his hand in. I think he's done a couple of things. He's done one of the Galaxy Shifters, which I seem to have had pretty good reviews on those. But I think he's only got like 6 subscribers. I've only got like 12. But he's got like 6 already, so if anyone wants to jump over and give him a bit of moral support, I'm all for helping out the little guys. I'm a little guy to myself, but if someone's even smaller than me, they get my support, because there's no point being mean. Unless what they're doing is just really unwatchable. I know my lighting's not particularly good, and I do adjust it regularly on the video, because I'm basically just using a cheap spotlight. But bless him, Goji, or wherever he wants to call himself, he's literally using like some light, but like his window's right over there. Beautiful daylight just spilling in, and he's in the shadow in the corner. So I'm like, just get it so that's behind you, going onto the figure, and you see like I know how to talk about lighting, like I've really got anywhere to advise people. But still, if anyone wants to go and help him out, anyone who, if he's serious about trying this kind of thing, I mean serious, like I'm serious. But, if anyone wants to help him out, give him some advice, take him under their wing, someone better than me. Bisto, you watch some of my videos. Hi, Bisto. Do you want to have a word with the young man? Keep him on the straight and narrow? But, yeah. I'll just, a couple of call-outs for things, Bisto watches these, or some of them, so hi. Goji, bless him's a new guy. Mark Dawes. I keep saying Draws. I don't know why. Mark Dawes, legend. If there's anyone else who watches these things, I've not noticed you've commented much or anything like that, so that's why I've not said anything. But if you want to be mentioned in the 100th video, do something, make yourself known, and I'll see what I can do. I'll write a list. So, after that really awkward couple of minutes of me just saying, hey, do you want me to say your name? Hi. Like I'm famous. I should be ugly, and I should be wretched, and I'll see you for the 100th time. I'm going to have to say that on camera while it's recording. In the next one. Bye-bye, ladies.